Hi everybody. Today we're talking about siblings taking care of elderly parents. Should one sibling take care of elderly parents? Should siblings share the responsibility? Is it a good idea if there are multiple siblings to let one sibling take primary responsibility to care for aging parents? Well, the answer to that is it depends on each family situation and the degree to which other siblings want to participate and will help out. Because I can tell you, there can be unexpected consequences when one sibling, to the relief of other siblings who say, phew, we don't have to do this, right, does all of the hard work. Because you have to realize that sibling who is the most involved with the parent often has the most influence on elderly parents. That can go in a totally different direction than you would ever expect. If this is your first time on my channel, I'm Pamela D. Wilson. I'm a caregiving expert, advocate, and speaker who helps adults and their caregivers work through the health, financial, legal, relationship issues, navigating caregiving, crazy situations, and normal situations. Learn about me and my professional experience in the links below this video. You'll also find links to my website, my bio, ways to schedule a one-on-one consultation, links to my book, my podcast, more videos. Please do right now take a second, press the button, like this video, give it a thumbs up, follow my channel, share this video with other people after you've watched it, and comment even if it's only to say thank you. Your one little teeny weeny thank you, the time you take to do that, makes a big difference for other people around the world searching for this type of help. So let's start with the unexpected dangers of caregiving when one sibling cares for an aging parent or both parents. So while you may think, oh, thank God, my brother or my sister, they're going to take over that responsibility. It is so great. I'm happy that I don't have to do it. But there's a lot of things that can go wrong. So let's talk about how good intentions turn into caregiver burnout, exhaustion, and resentment. While your brother or sister may have really good intentions to take care of your parents, they're like, oh, I'll be the one to do it. I have a good relationship. I have the time, right? Eventually, those good intentions can get worn out when your brother or sister gets tired, when nobody's helping them out. Caregivers who want to be helpful without really knowing what they're getting themselves into, how much time they're going to spend, how many years they are going to do this, do eventually become sick themselves. They become resentful of not only the parents that they're taking care of, but you if you're a sibling and you're not helping out. Because what people don't realize is, until they get into this, and it's kind of too late, a caregiver's life is not their own. Life is taken over by tasks, medical appointments, dealing with insurance companies, arguing with health insurance companies, managing daily care along with the expectations of what parents expect them to do, and a lot of times siblings who just don't help. This caregiver's life, if they are married, if they have children, if they had a job, all of that's affected. Their social life, their hobbies, their dreams just go up in a puff of smoke, right? Because they're trading parts of their life to be this caregiver. Now, if you're the non-caregiver sibling, you're kind of like, yay, my sibling's doing all this, out of sight, out of mind. Well, as a sibling, you should appreciate the commitment of your brother or sister to care for your parent. But I got to tell you, unless you do it yourself, for a day, for a week, for a couple of weeks, you have no idea what your sibling's going through. No matter how much you think you do, you don't. You have no idea the extent of your parents' health conditions, if they have dementia, the extent of the dementia, how it affects your sibling who's the caregiver, how it affects your sibling's family, their kids. You probably don't even know how many hours a day that your brother or sister spend in activities directly related to the care of your parents, unless you ask them. So while this is a really great situation for you, your sibling is experiencing big, big challenges. So if you can't offer time to assist, what else can you do? Because you should do something. You could hire a caregiver to care for your parents on the weekend so that your sibling has a break. They can go do things with their family, with their spouse. They can pursue, education if they want to. You can pay for groceries. You can pay for a housekeeper or pay other expenses for your parents that actually give your caregiver sibling some more time. Do a nice thing. Send your sibling for a spa day. Pay for a dinner out for your sibling and your spouse. Send them to a concert. Send them on vacation and you go be the caregiver for a week. Then you really would know what's going on. Showing appreciation for the sacrifices that your sibling makes is important if you want to have good family relationships. Now, if you don't care, that's another thing. Ongoing contact with your sibling is important to avoid unexpected issues that can happen. Visiting does show your commitment to your parents so that even if you're not the son or daughter providing all the care, everybody knows you're interested and you care and you want to be kept up to date. And you're doing nice things like giving your caregiver brother or sister some time off. Because I'll tell you, unexpected situations, they crop up where there's not trust in the family, where there's not sibling involvement, even if you're not the caregiver. The child who becomes the caregiver a lot of times is the one who lives closest, or maybe it's the sibling that had the best relationship with the parents, and they think, well, I'll just do this. When you're a child who moves away from where your parents live, maybe to go to college or a career, or you marry, or just whatever, right? You don't see what happens every day. So if you live further away, you're kind of not really in the loop. Now, which is not to say that adult children who live at a distance can't be appointed power of attorney or anything like that. They can. But then they normally hire people or figure out something or move parents closer to them. But think about your sibling who is the caregiver and the degree of influence they have on your parent. Now, they have that because they're interacting with your parents. Either they're living together in the same home or they take them to doctor appointments, to the bank. They're managing everything, right? They got a high degree of influence over what your parents do. And so the risks there are that if they get angry with you for not participating, then they're talking to mom and dad about, oh, Sally is so bad and John never shows up and they just don't care and I'm the only one that cares for you, right? So then that can cross over into legal things like changes in power of attorney documents and wills and trusts and your siblings gaining access to their money and doing all kinds of things that they shouldn't be doing, right? This caregiver has given up a lot of their life. They feel justified. They feel resentful, and this is their way of being paid back. Even in the best of families where siblings may not become resentful, the primary caregiver does give up parts of their life they're never going to get back. Their health, their marriage, relationships with their children, times that they would like to be spending doing other things, right? You can't get that back. The ability to save for their retirement, you can't get that back. Can you contribute to your sibling's retirement account every month? Wow, what a really cool idea. Hey, set up an IRA. I'm going to put $500 in there a month for you so that you have money to take care of yourself when you're older because I appreciate what you're doing for mom and dad. What a nice idea. Because if you're not that caregiver sibling, you're living your life, you're working your job, you're having your family, you're taking vacations. You're not burdened by the care of an elderly parent. And you don't realize the sacrifices that your sibling is making. So if you are an adult child, alone, with siblings, early and ongoing discussions in the entire family with everyone present. Very critical to avoid the potential for family battles later. Naive siblings can believe that their caregiver sibling has the best of intention, and maybe they do. But eventually, exhaustion, burnout, caregiver health problems, life trade-offs, feeling unappreciated. It happens. Few caregivers ever imagine they're going to be in that situation. But if somebody spends enough time as a caregiver, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, burnout is inevitable. Health problems are inevitable. So knowing this, what can you do in your family today to avoid all of that? If you start having conversations early, family relationships won't go off track. You'll have good relationships with your siblings. You'll have good relationships with your parents. And if it's kind of gone off track already, you can restore those family relationships if they haven't gone to a really bad stage yet. Suggest having conversations. Don't wait until that point of no return when things are so bad that nobody's talking and everybody's angry with each other, or maybe you have to take legal action to resolve potential situations where your siblings have changed power of attorney documents and all that kind of stuff. Don't wait. Talk early. Talk frequently. Gain an understanding of what's going on. Remain involved. Be compassionate. I'm Pamela D. Wilson. I'm a caregiving expert, advocate, and speaker. Information about me is below this video. Links to my website, my programs on my website, my blog, my book, my podcast. Please do like this video, follow my channel, share these and other videos, and comment even if it's only to say thank you. One little thank you goes a long way in helping other people find their way here. I will see you all again soon in another video.